Can you handle the truth? My partner Champ said, the world needs to know the truth, right? But can it handle the truth? Can it handle the truth? The Bible tells us that. The Bible tells us that in the book of Revelation, it said, "Come out of her, my people, and don't partake in her sins," right? And it was talking to us. It was talking to the lost kids, the lost children in America, the lost black people who went through slavery and all sorts of punishments and mayhem. It was telling us, don't partake in her. Come out of her. Who is her? Her is the evil that the people do. Her is the evil that they do. So, like, say, because you might think I'm talking about America or like white people or something like that. And I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the evil that people do. I know a lot of white people that are not evil. They just as good as gold. So it's not talking about a race of people. When it said come out of her and do not partake in her, it's talking about a group of greedy, money-hungry people that will sacrifice their own damn children for some money, right? That'll throw the whole world into chaos for a profit. When you do things like that, you are like the nastiest thing that ever existed, right? But then it seems like that we can't come out of her. It seems like we going deeper and deeper into her, and the Bible says come out of her. And I remember a time when we wasn't partaking in that. Now, every time they come out with a pill, we taking it. Every time they make a new gun, we buying them. That's partaking in the foolishness, in the evilness. God is our doctor. God is our healer. God is our protector. So we like Peter. Peter seen Jesus walking on water. Then he tried to walk on water. He started drowning. He started sinking. And Jesus said, "Oh, ye of little faith." That's what we are. We, oh, ye of little faith. We are fearful. We scared. Man, I gotta have a gun. All our children talking about, I gotta have a gun. Now we have partaken in that because we used to didn't walk like that. We used to know that amongst each other, we were safe. We had Big Mama. Big Mama was gonna keep everything in order. It wasn't all this chaos and foolishness going on like it is today. But I pray for my people. And I don't want to blame this on somebody else because we all responsible for our own downfall and our own actions and stuff like that. It hurts me to see everybody want to be a gangbanger. The Bible talks about a dog going back to its vomit. See, God freed us from all this stuff that we call ourselves doing. We see, I was talking to an old school player last night. He said, we cursed because the Lord gave us a reprobated mind. That's why a lot of us think like that. We have that reprobated mind that the Lord done put on us. And the only way we can break free from that reprobated mind is we have to ask for forgiveness, and we have to ask the Lord to save us. It ain't that hard, but see, people won't even ask the Lord for forgiveness and ask the Lord to be saved. People rather follow man. It's sad, but see, we have to be strong out here. When I'm out here and they try to bring that gang banging stuff to me, I be strong and tell them, no, man, I'm walking with the Lord, man. Why I'ma submit to a gang? Why I'ma submit to another man for? That man can't save my soul. That man can't save our communities. He can't do nothing but throw us into further chaos. Look at all the chaos that's going on. It's sad. It's sad. It's like we done built our own hell. But we can come out of that hell, though. Yeah, we can come out that hell. But we got to turn from our wicked ways. I was at work today, and while I'm at work, the dude seemed like they hate on me. Now, I don't know if all these Mexican women like me or whatever. I ain't flirted with now one of them, but I can sense like there's some tension going on amongst my brothers, my black brothers, you know what I'm saying? Now, the Mexican lady had me on this machine. So I'm working the machine, I'm working it fine, you know. But I didn't know that this dude, that he's supposed to be the head manager and stuff, he used to sit back and watch, and I didn't know he was watching me. You know, and he'll bring his friends in there and they'll work right. And he'll slide them up on the machine. And next thing you know, I'm back to doing hard labor type stuff, right? I never picked up on it till recently. Till the last dude, he bought in and he walked up on him. He was like, after he took my machine, he walked up on him and was like, big boy. He laughing and they gave each other a high five. And I said, oh, okay, that's what it is, you know what I'm saying? So today I went to him, I said, hey, man, my feet hurt, my muscles hurt. I said, man, do you mind putting me somewhere that's a little easier today? Because when I'm working at, we do extreme labor for like 12, 13 hours straight. Like I'm throwing 20 and 30 pound boxes, 20 to 30, 12 to 13 hours a day. So of course, I'm gonna be so sometime, you know, and today was the first time I was like, hey man, and the reason why I asked him that because all the Mexicans, they doing a little easy stuff. So I'm like, well, maybe I can switch up with one of them, you know. He told me, see, it's the way he told me. If he would have said, yeah, give me a few minutes, man. Let me see if I can find, you know, you something that you can do today, you know, since you in pain and stuff. If he would have said that and then never did it for me, I would have been relaxing and been like, okay, it's still cool. He told me, I ain't got nothing easy to do. Laugh. I said, all right. I go back to work. Say about 30 minutes later, the whole machine's done shut down. They had to call some people in there to come and bring a whole motor to replacing this machine. Because God don't like ugly. He being ugly. What for? I have no idea. I haven't done nothing to him, but I can tell you this. Since I've been working at this job, I'm the only one. I've been here, I think I've been at this job 2 months. Everybody else done quit, bro. Can't nobody do that labor, bro. Can't nobody do that stressful, hard labor of throwing 20 and 30-pound boxes for 13 hours straight. Everybody quit but me, man. I'm the only one still there, and you want to talk to me like that. I felt some kind of way. It seemed like he wanted to put me under extreme pressure so I can quit. I don't know why he want me to quit. I guess because the girls like me or something. I don't know, man. I'm the type of person, I don't flirt. I just mind my business, work, and go on through the day, man. I ain't trying to have sex with none of them women and all that. I mind my business and stuff. So ain't no sense in you having some kind of feeling toward me, my brother. But you know, instead of him saying, hey man, let me, you know how to do this or that, man, let me train you how to do that, he ain't did that. And see, that's wrong with us. We'll let people come from all these other countries and outdo us because we scared to help each other. Hey, but that's something we got to live with, man. Well, that's something they got to live with. I ain't got to live with that shit. I know what I'd do. If I was in that position, my job is to make sure that these brothers and sisters that come through, they can learn things so that they can put them on their resume and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's important for black people to learn different trades and different, you know what I'm saying, jobs and things like that. So when they go other places, it'll be easier for them to be hired on and move forward in life. That's what we should be doing for each other. I'm like, damn, bro, for real? And that's why we be getting so lost in the South side here. But yeah, that whole machine tore up, man. They had to call some people in there. They had to replace the whole motor. And then don't you know that these scumbags, instead of them having enough respect for us as employees, they supposed to say, hey man, y'all go home while we change this motor. Y'all come back tomorrow. Well, hey, let's shut this side down. Y'all go on break for an hour and let us do this motor. Man, don't you know they welding, lifting this heavy ass motor above our, I'm talking about, when I say heavy motor, it's like you gotta lift that something down with a forklift. They doing all this stuff, we right there, bro. I'm like, man, these people crazy, bro. All these tools and equipment, while they using all this stuff, we got our back turned, you know, doing our little labor or whatever like that. But I'm like, damn, bro, y'all ain't got enough respect for us to say, hey, you know, y'all hold down this and that. Sometimes it be your own people. When I worked for these white guys, they made sure that we had, they made sure that when we went to lunch, we had time to eat the damn lunch. Them white boys, they didn't force us, just push us, and just this and that, and they was, you know what I'm saying, they didn't do all that. Now when I'm with my people, they act like they damn slave drivers, bro. They act like they can't speak up for our labor rights and shit. You know, goddamn well, we working 13-hour days and shit. We supposed to get an hour break, man. you know damn well we supposed to be doing it. They don't care. And that's why they can't keep nobody to work at that motherfucker. I'm sorry for cussing, but I'm kind of tired of dealing with this job because I got all kinds of other jobs been calling me, and I'm sitting at this damn job, and I miss a couple opportunities. So I'm kind of upset that I did, but I prayed about it. I said, Lord, it was another job that came to me. I hate have to make decisions like that, but it was another job. We were working out of town and stuff, and the white boy was like, man, we want you to work with us, man, for real, man, this and that. And I ended back up here. But I prayed, I was like, Lord, please give me an answer. And I just came back, you know what I'm saying? But I'm kind of sick of this job because I'm giving it too much. And they ain't respecting us. So, the truth. You ever told a woman the truth? Man, a woman would get mad at you if you told her the truth. So some people ain't ready for the truth. You know, some people ain't ready for the truth. I'm going to tell you this. In our generation, you have people who's lovers of money. That's bad, man. When you're a lover of money, you are disconnected from God. You might have material things, but you disconnected from the Lord. See, we need to be connected to the Lord, man. I've seen the Lord heal people from illnesses. And I ain't talking about like, you know how they touch it with the oil and they have 12 people touching and praying and this and that. No, I ain't talking about that. A lot of these churches you go to, our pastors have become lovers of money. That's why the Bible said, come out of her, do not partake in her now. How can you be a pastor of a church and not a lover of money? Money should be nothing. Money should be nothing but, hey man, they love that money. How we gonna get God to answer our prayers? Because a lot of people say, he answered our prayer. He ain't answered our prayer. Not when we don't have peace within our communities. Not when we don't have peace within our households. Not when we struggling with drug addiction. Not when we got murderers murdering everybody. See, God ain't answering our. It's like he don't even hear a lot of us, right? Because if God heard us, boy, there'll be some things that change. And so the way we get God to hear us is we have to stop partaking in her. Whatever that means, we pray to God and say, hey man, hey Lord, how do I not partake in her? I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this lightly. I ain't sending my child to no military. because God fight our battles. And if we do right by people, we won't have to fight. See, we don't have to fight when we ain't doing right by people. And see, one thing about this nation, it has become a greedy nation. It's greed. And see, greed is a disease, and it'll make you go do things that you have no business doing. Speaking of that, Trump. Now, Trump is running all over the world, kicking folks' doors in and taking names, right? But he wrong. The Bible says, or the gospel song says, sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around mine. So in other words, you get this straight, bro. Okay, I'm at a store right now. Now let me show y'all some injustices. I'm at a store right now. In that store is 2 Arabs, maybe 3 Arab dudes. Guess what they sell in the store? Weed. Legal. It's legal. The narcotics can't run in there and arrest them. Nobody can't go in there and bother them. The police can't bother them. They got weed lined up in packages, and they can sell it. All the gummies. They can sell the fake perk pills and all kinds of things, right? But what about all the young black men who were young entrepreneurs who had to sell weed to survive and stuff like that and ended up doing 30 years and 60 years? Why ain't the government help them, get their stuff established and stuff? They the one paid the price for this. But hey, man, keep playing with this stuff. Keep playing like people don't know what's going on. Oh, you know what the hell going on, because I would love for us to have a school that teach our young black men who sell weed, customer service, how to open these kind of stores up and let them sell their weed just like you letting the Arabs and the Indians and the Chinese and all these other nationalities come in here and sell weed, and I ain't got to duck no police and shit. See, this is why I don't just, cause see, it's some of our own people, man, that set us up for slavery, bro. Where are the politicians that speak on that and say, hey, man, you know what? We just incarcerated 1 million black men for marijuana sales and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we need to clear their record and give them a chance at own their own stores. And where all that talk at? Might as well let them sell it here. You letting everybody else sell it. The only difference is it'll be professional. It won't be like in the hood and you got a gun and you're looking crazy. No, it'll be professional. You have to do it professionally like you got some goddamn sense. And that's what we need. We don't need all these brothers filling up the goddamn penitentiaries. They need to close them some of bitches down. The videos I see coming from the penitentiary, that shit ain't fit for a dog. That ain't fit for a dog, man. Who gonna speak up? Where is the black people to speak up and say, nope, our people can't live like that? No, they got to be, it's gonna be safe. They're gonna eat better. This and that. They can talk to their family anytime they get ready through phones, blah, blah, whatever need to be going on that makes the quality of life better for prisoners. Where are they at? Instead of going all over the world trying to kick people butts. Or instead of fighting for more illegal immigrants. When are y'all gonna fight for your own goddamn people? Oh, okay. I see what this is. This is you got to be in they group or something. See, I'm tired of dealing with folks like that. I ain't got to be in your damn group for you to give me justice and for you to have mercy on me, man. For you to help me. I ain't got to kiss your butt. That's what's going on in the black community too. You got to be a part of something and you got to kiss somebody's ass to do that. I ain't nigga, I'd rather eat out the goddamn trash can before I come kissing one of you niggas' asses. Because you don't have to kiss my ass for me to help you. You don't have to kiss my ass for me to do right by you or for me to protect you or for me to have mercy on you or this or that or to show you the way. You don't have to kiss my ass. You don't have to join my gang and group. And I get so tired, and this is why we behind. You want to be God. P. Diddy type niggas. They want to be God. They want the black folk to worship them. Nigga, please, nigga. Nah, we worship one God. That's it. The rest of these niggas are like dirty rags. That's what the Bible says. I'm just a dirty rag. Get so tired of these niggas. Why you just can't help people? Why do people have to be a Mason? Or he got to be a part of your church? Or he got to be in your gang? Or he got to be your cousin? Man, we crazy, bro. We just can't show brothers love, man. We just can't help our brothers and sisters, man. Damn, crazy. Mm-hmm. When we gonna shut down this rap music shit that ain't helping us? I see if it was helping us. There was a time when rap music helped us. It's not helping us anymore. Everybody who's rapping, they worship money and jewelry and sex, fast cars, and sin. Why are we pushing that on our children? I can't understand it. It should be banned. It don't do nothing. I'm gonna tell you what rap music do. Rap music don't do nothing but make the penitentiaries rich. That's all. If I was rapping, all I'd be doing is helping the penitentiaries catch slaves. Now, let me take that back. I'll be delivering slaves to the penitentiary. That's all you doing when you rap, man. You just delivering slaves to the fucking penitentiary, bro. For a fucking chain or whatever you want or whatever. It's like Jesus. He went on top of the mountain. The devil's like, bow down to me, and I give you all these things, and whatever. And Jesus said, for man should not live. What did he say? I think he said man should not live by bread alone. Or it was something else he said, but Satan tempted Jesus. Satan told Jesus he'll give him all the things. Only if you bow down to him. Bow down, what that mean? That means bring them souls to me. It don't mean just worship me. It means bring them souls. Help me collect some souls, man. Jesus said, no. And so we faced with that today in our community. We ain't the only one in the world that do it, but I'm speaking to us, but when we rap and rap sinful things, we're bowing down before Satan to get the things that I give you the car, the house, the jewelry, the this and that. If you read the Bible, it tells you that he came at Jesus like that, right? So why would you go for that? Why would you fall for that same thing that he went at Jesus with? Jesus told him no. We need to start saying no. Money ain't everything. Love is everything. Peace is everything. Community and unity is everything. Money is nothing. It make you think you better than somebody. That's all money is. It get you a better house than mine. Now you think you better than me. You know, a better car than mine. Now you think you better. That's what money is. But we need love, community, unity, peace. Some we don't have everywhere. We don't have peace. We can't stand each other. We'll let our children fight amongst each other. I seen Negroes let their children. One stayed on this side, one stayed on the other side of town. I asked the dumb Negro. I said, "Hey, Negro, why you ain't went to that little boy's parents and talked to them? Y'all grown, y'all can get this. Why y'all letting these children fight?" I don't remember the answer this Negro gave me. But this is what goes on in our community. I'm a parent. I'm going to sit there and let my child fight other children instead of going to these kids' parents and talk to them. I ain't got to go at them, disrespectful and think it's the way you come to everybody and people talk to you. You know what I'm saying? But people don't even do that. They'll just let their children fight and then they'll be like, get a gun or hit them back or don't you let them do. And it just, next thing you know, one dead, one in prison. I'm like, how y'all let that happen like that? Like, for real, man. I would never let that happen like that. If my child was into something, we got to go and talk to these people's parents. Because the parents are probably the only people that can get this under control. But like the old folks used to say, you made the bed, you lay in it, right? So if this what you want to create, you're gonna have to lay in this bed. If you don't teach your children conflict resolution, forgiveness, love, peace, faith in the Lord, things like that, then you gonna have to deal with those consequences. And they some hell of a consequences. Yeah, imagine your son calling your phone for the next 30 years in prison. You got to send them money and you got to comfort them every time they start cracking in the brain and stuff. See, we got to stop playing out here. We shouldn't have to go through these things. We shouldn't have to go. I'm just telling you because this is what a lot of families and things go through, man. And I don't know if people know that these things go down like that, but I'm just letting you know, hey man, you'll be accepting phone calls from your son for the next 30 years, sending him money, wishing he was there. That's a sad life. You die here, your son's still in the penitentiary, y'all never got a chance to grow together. I don't want people to keep living like that. That's sad. No, that's sad, man. That's sad. I don't wish that on us. But look, I have to go and get me something to eat and stuff. It's getting late and I just got off of work. I'm tired and I gotta get this stuff out the way. I'll talk to y'all later. Maybe I have a better message, man. Like I said, I had found some things in the Bible that I'm supposed to be talking about, but I haven't found the time. So, man, y'all be safe out there. Keep your faith in the Lord. Keep your faith in the Lord, man. Turn away from sin. Hey, and look at our women as sisters. Don't look at your women as bitches and whores and thoughts and this and that. That's so disrespectful. We have to look at our women as sisters, and we have to have one wife. And we have to be faithful to our wife, and we have to have discipline within between our legs. Because whatever we do to the woman, it's going to come back on us as men. We will not get away from mistreating our women. We might think it, like, I used to think that we get away with just having sex with our women and doing this and that. And no, you don't get away from that. That's a sin. When you commit adultery and fornication, when you mistreat people and things like that, that's a sin. That will come back on you. So, hey man, let's stay away from those type of things, man. There's other things in life to do besides sin, bro. Till next time, peace.